Hello, I am JYoshi64, and we are back with more Brony D&D. When last we left them, Ivan had just proposed to Amber, and we just had some. We ran. We ended off with an injured gnome, injured stone gnome, air gnome. I don't remember which kind of gnome it was, and an unknown dwarf who recognizes Vorgren. Who knows what this is gonna be? I have my emotional support, Yoshi. Let's get right into it. Part 176, Meeting of Heroes. That sounds promising. Oh wait. Beginning. I forgot to do my little countdown so I can sync up the sound when I edit this later. Beginning in 3, 2, 1. Click.
Someone heal him! Someone! Okay, we'll take them to Gustro. We need an empty hospital area. Or Owen even.
Wait,
Heal him.
Owen.
Ah.
Doc, are you even there?
I am here, but I'm so used to just observing and listening. It takes a little time to switch. Oh, wait. I should.
Switch back into character.
Oh wait, I played D&D. I played.
I'm not a guest here. I'm an active participant.
Nice.
Oh wow! Nicely done.
Thank you.
Nice. 48.
You see that the air gnome currently in Guardian's hands is now not dying. Okay. Can somebody get this gnome to a hospital bed, please? He needs to rest. One of the rock gnomes immediately grabs one of the air gnomes that just like crunches him over. Thank you. It's Rahul. They've taken Cubelis. No.
What about the diamond? What about the new diamond?
They took that too.
Dang it!
They-
No.
But they don't have the schematics.
But oh my God, no. I had the page when I was Ovana's prisoner. She had all the time in the world to go through my things.
Son of a gun. So what do we do? Gustro's panicking. Oh no. Oh no, we weren't thorough enough. We should have sunk the city in the ocean. What have we done? Papa, calm down. Joe. Joe. New strategy. New strategy now? Okay. As soon
Hold
as
on.
possible. This is bad.
Okay, hold on one moment, please. I just need to clarify some things. Sabaton is gone, and they have Cumelis. Did they use Cumelis to level Sabaton?
Huh? Yes, they did.
Did they crash it into the ground? Do they have some sort of
No,
weapon?
Rhyme. When we were on Cumelis, the page that we found said that the technology that the air gnomes created could be converted into a weapon.
They're using it as a flying weapon. We need to get them off there. And I think Germania steps forward. I need a white flag. I'm sorry?
Huh?
I need a white flag. I'm going to parley. I'm going to invoke Dux Foderis. Roll knowledge history. No, roll knowledge history for those who haven't. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Computer.
Since I've been,
Russian.
never mind.
celestial for chief meeting. Historically, this was invoked to have strategists or generals meet before a battle to discuss terms, settlements, or to size each other up. Sparring matches could happen, or in some cases, full-on prelio mortem, or duels to the death. Because these meetings could end battles before they even began, and would prevent much bloodshed, it was invoked frequently.
So a democratic meeting before a fight.
Can
Not
I
quite.
roll a sense motive on Dominion? Because I've got a real bad feeling.
Yes.
I'll do the same. Give me 2 seconds. Just roll that. Let me do mine
This
first.
is
Okay, let me do mine.
bad.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, it would make sense that Faye would know her best.
Okay. So Jalarum and Faye Thurin. Yeah, you're pretty sure you recognize that tone. That is a tone you recognize whenever she's about to do something reckless and self-sacrificial.
Yeah.
I love how she has that tone. Trademark or something.
I mean, it's Jen. The
Hashtag Jiminy voice.
Faye grabs Jaminya's shoulders. Jen, you had better not be planning what I think you're planning.
It's not what you think, and I'm making sure to be snakes. But I am going to go.
I am going to what?
I'm going to go
Drop
alone.
that again.
Alone?
Stop talking over him.
Alone? Are you kidding?
No, I am not.
Alright, Amber goes over to Jem and places a very strong, firm hand on Juminia. I won't allow it!
So you'll come with me, and if he does, and if we meet, and he does decide to kill the both of us, we'll be one player down. If I'm going to go alone because we only have one diamond.
Are you sure this is the best course of action?
We need a new strategy. The old one, as brilliant as it was, it's not going to work anymore. We need time to think, and this is the best way to give Jalorum as much time as you can to come up with something new.
On the fly.
You make very stupid decisions sometimes, but you also make very sensible ones.
Faye grips Jaminya's hands. If you get killed again, when you get brought back, I am going to slap you senseless.
And I'll deserve it. But I think this is the best course of action.
Not necessarily. Well, technically speaking, the disguise self would have worn off by now, so I'm actually a drow now.
Oh.
Oh.
I can go with you as this.
A drow informant?
Yes. As perhaps a drow who can escort you there.
I doubt that will work.
If he kills the both of us.
Then I will have died for my country as I signed up to do a long time ago, Your Majesty.
I am not going to waste your life like this.
Luckily, I still serve Seattle. Unless she looks at Owen. I'm deferring to my wielder. I won't go if he says not to.
I learned something from Jaminia a very long time ago.
trust that she is thinking of everyone in this case.
Jim, I will insist on one thing. Take Lucid with you. If anything goes wrong, I'll know immediately. I can't
What?
hear you.
I can do that. If Ron wants to give Tantamile as well, I won't object.
Ron, you wanna?
I was muted. I was talking.
Okay.
Argity arg. Okay. Well, which one's more inconspicuous? A very excitable calico cat or a demure-looking raven? I would happily give her to you, but I don't know.
Lucid has a better chance of escaping if Ravus turns his blade on you.
Exactly. Yes. Tantamile would just be able to leap off of a flying city and go splat.
And we don't want that.
Are you sure I can't go skydiving? No, you cannot.
Does anyone have any cloth I could use for a red flag? She looks over to the white napkins.
That'll do.
I prefer. I suppose that'll have to. She grabs one of the napkins. And with our next napkins,
Jim,
if things go badly, you do have the diamond. This is to give us the best chance we have.
Hold one more moment. What makes you... Do we have true resurrection, or do we just have resurrection? Will we need your body?
She pulls out a lock of her hair. Oink. Ow. And then she hands it off.
that shouldn't be enough.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Before Jim goes, any... Go ahead, sorry.
Amber, just really firmly grips Jim's hand, or wrist, more like in a more demanding, you're not going without my say-so, but she looks her in the eye. You're asking me to let you go and possibly die
After what just
without
happened.
me keeping my promise. So you look me in the eye, Queen Jaminia, and you order me to stay.
She looks you dead in the eye. I order you to stay.
Amber, let's go.
Before Jim goes anywhere, Faye pulls her into a hug. I know being the reckless sort is kind of your thing, but if you have a chance to escape, take it.
I will. I won't be going truly alone. I will have Lucid and I will have Starting.
Jalen quickly runs over to Jaminia. In that, when you go to that meeting, pay attention to everything. Everything you see, everything you smell, everything you hear. Get a read of the room. I want to know how they are feeling. Because now, ball's in my court.
I will try to pay attention to that. And that's the list of reasons why I think this is a good idea.
And Ivan hugs Jaminia at leg level and looks her dead in the eyes. I am not the least bit comfortable about this, but I do trust that you are going to know what to do. I want you to use your words, not just choose your words carefully, so please be careful.
Hey,
How you been?
she can probably do it better than Amber did to Cruel.
Just gives her a quick hug. Good luck.
Thank you. Believe in you.
I am nervous and suffocating my Yoshi.
That moment, she lucid or eyes over.
I put Lucid on top of Germania so you can just select them both.
Where's the quickest way out? Gustro points towards the area where Ivan and Amber propose.
There she goes.
Let her go.
I don't like this at all.
I don't think anybody likes it.
None of us do.
Yep, there you go.
But we're gonna have to trust that she knows what to do at this point.
I sure hope so.
She's not the same reckless queen that we met all that time ago in the arena. So I'll put my faith in her.
Good. Faith is all we can muster right now. Faith that this will work, and faith that she'll come back to us.
And maybe some thinking time. Faye pulls out Elvana's journal again. I need time to study this. I have a feeling that deciphering it is more important than ever now.
Let me come with you. Because it might help in developing strategy for me.
Okay.
As Naya walks up, is there any way someone could scry so we can see what's going on?
That's why I sent Lucid. He and I are connected. I'll know what's going on as it's going on.
Alright. Yes.
Everybody give us strength.
Well, you're all that. And Aaron, see through Lucid's eyes that Jaminia has reached the peak, and she has sunk Starjane, and is flying towards you mountains.
Forget about saving my home at this point. Now we have to save everybody.
And everyone will spot these.
Alright.
Spot.
Okay.
Oof!
I'm a little distracted.
It's a very emotionally charged moment right now.
Alright, 23.
Oof!
Yeah, my stuff too.
So Jalur, as you're looking around, studying and trying to gauge how everyone feels, you notice that Ryan has walked off.
Wait.
And you don't know where she's going.
Echoing a bit, mate.
He can't help it. At this point, we just have to deal with it.
Isn't technology wonderful?
Dan, Ryan, where are you? Ryan, hang on.
Amber pulls after Jalur.
Where's she going? Exactly where do you think you're going?
Just right here. Why am I like this, Jalur?
Hmm?
Why did I turn myself into this if I can't even use it? What use am I?
Ryan, you are plenty useful.
You can see her kind of like scratching really, really hard at her skin like she's trying to take it off.
Ryan, stop!
I am
Play.
I'm not afraid to use this.
When the bard threatens you with a song.
Gotta play the song. Don't do it.
And I figured he already was.
I just did the portrait.
I can actually hear something. That's so weird that I can actually hear the music when I need to.
It's an Ivan miracle.
Funny thing is, I don't hear his song. I hear the atmosphere, but that's okay.
Jalin moves forward and comfortably gives her a hug.
Tantamile peeks over at Payther. She's thinking, why can't I save anyone?
It's not all up to you to save everyone. I don't know why you think it is. We have to be able to trust others from time to time. Dominia is our queen, and she knows what she's doing. We have to trust her in this. I know how you feel. I really do. There was once a time I thought I wouldn't be able to save Dominia from something so much worse than death. But if I've learned anything, it's that being able to rely on each other and realizing that the burden is not all on your own shoulders. Well, it makes things a lot easier to deal with because suddenly you can see a much bigger picture.
Ryan, you're part of a group now, and you can't expect yourself to be the only person who gets anything done. I know you want to save people, and I know you want to help, but you need to also learn to trust. You need to have faith that Jamelia will come back okay with or without your help. She knows what she's doing. We all do. And there are times when you just need to sheath the sword and let it stay there for a while, okay? And gives her a big hug.
She's
Hugs are
she
good.
kind of like her back's against the wall and she kind of sinks to the ground in a huddling position with her hands wrapped her arms wrapped around her knees.
You know, Ryan, I think that in this moment more than anything else, you're just as much a hero of the Rectian as the rest of us.
No one's stopping you from slowing down from time to time and having a moment. We certainly aren't.
Moments like these get you killed. I'm not
Moments like
supposed
this.
to have them.
I'll let you in on a little secret, Ryan.
All of us have them.
Every single one of us.
And how
The
many
heroes
times
that
have you
you-
died?
Well, only two of us can make that claim, really.
And if I could be honest, having moments like this, it doesn't get you killed. Acting without thinking gets you killed. Bottling up emotions gets you killed. Rushing into the fight, fueled by nothing but anger or sadness, gets you killed. These moments keep that from happening.
I've never used to deal with this before.
Emotions are a hard thing to get used to. Any kind of emotion. But at the very least, you don't have to be alone when you experience
since I was 7 years old.
I guess you needed one.
I cried for about a good 3 days after my parents, after it was revealed that my parents had died. But since then, nothing. It was just focusing on developing the magic. Perhaps that is why I was the only child in that orphanage who could do what I did.
Hmm.
So I was the only one who could fix it. At least try. You're not the only one who can do something right. You don't need to keep putting that burden on yourself. We're all right here, fighting alongside you. You're not alone in this. You never have been.
We all have the power to fix things now. You just need to let us.
Letting people do my job for me is not exactly something I'm used to. Then think of it as not us doing your job for you. We're just sharing the burden with you.
We're doing the job with you. Alongside you.
To think 2 weeks ago this was all so simple. Oh my dear, I know that feeling. Wait, oh no. Oh gods. What about Cassian? What about Sylvester and Murphy?
I don't know.
Give me a moment, I'll try to scry them. I just thought about it. Oh gods.
Shh, calm down. We don't know yet. Relax.
No, the ship.
Okay, I'm going to try to scry out Sylvester since, well, she had direct contact with him, so of the group,
Yeah.
I'll leave most comfortable with him.
Alright, so you try to scry Sylvester, and you actually see him right next to Murphy, kind of. Yeah, he's like, and he's crying, he's comforting a crying Murphy.
Sylvester?
What? Who's that?
Sylvester, it's Fairthorn.
Jal puts his hand on Faithorn's shoulder. Buddy, it's Jal.
Oh. It's good to hear you again. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, what's going on? We heard Sabaton fell.
Yeah, it was like a giant red meteor just fell from the heavens.
Well, they keep
Oh. Hang on. My computer's having trouble. Okay, there we go. What was that?
Fell from the heavens.
3116. 3116. That's the timestamp I was on.
It's good to hear.
I hate my computer sometimes. There are just times when it decides, no, you no longer have internet connection. What's internet connection?
Meteor just fell from the.
Okay. I'm at 3115 now. 3, 2, 1, click.
Heavens.
That'll be Cumelis.
I'm going
Cassian,
to
what?
take a
Cassian
brief.
was.
I'm going to.
Cassian is still here.
Well, that's good.
Thank you, God.
Not as emotionally invested anymore because of my stupid computer.
What about Murphy? Is he alright?
He's not taking it though.
Oh boy.
Listen, Jimini's gone off to issue a parlay with Drow.
What's that?
We don't know
Please
how.
tell me she knows what he's doing.
Sorry?
She's aware of what happened. She's doing this to buy us time.
Oh, I
Sorry.
don't like this.
Sorry.
Oh, how do you think we feel?
I'm just...
Alright, listen.
My computer gets me worked up.
Listen, Sylvester. Listen, Sly. Get Murphy and Cassian to Directian immediately.
We're already here.
Oh, you are. Okay. How many of Sabaton's forces are still there? Did you manage to get out?
Well, lucky for us, the army had already left. That's why we're here.
Oh wow. Oh jeez.
Civilians.
Then the people who would have died would all be civilians.
Oh no.
Rhyme clenches her legs together further.
Jal looks down at his sword. Sylvester, remember what I said? You know I took that oath of being a dagger of light, right?
Yes.
Well, Jal immediately takes out quick strike and starts looking at it very intently. I believe Ravis has just sealed his execution order.
Hmm.
But you see Sylvester give a smirk. All right.
I'm not, like, there is no way I'm letting mass genocide escape this.
Especially not with my home.
We'll get that.
We'll meet up with you as soon as you can. In the meantime, see if you can send out word to Ziadril, to Zayan, get the dragons ready.
Yeah. They both get up, and you see them start walking out the door.
Is...
And at that moment, you feel a connection from Lucid over here.
Somebody's really close to the mic.
Yeah, third, you see from Lucid's eyes that there are a lot of drow currently on Humelis. They've got a lot of bows pointed at her, and a lot of spellcasters ready to fire at her. She holds up the white flag, and for a very, very tense 20 seconds, nothing happens.
Oh, that would be
And you
agony.
see all of the drow slowly lower their weapons and depower magic.
Please don't get killed. We need to head back to Directian.
Right. We should tell, like, we need gunshot.
We need to get everyone else.
Right. Right. Seventh connection with Sly. We'll meet you there. I assume the connection's still up because I know you're on call holding. Currently.
I didn't end it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're currently on call holding.
Hold music.
But there are people that are still healing here. We can't all leave now.
We're going to have to leave them to heal. This cannot wait.
I'm gonna go talk to Gustro. Tell him we have to go.
Well, Ivan,
Sorry, Ivan.
Ivan, he might have to come with us because he's the only one who can.
Then who's gonna oversee the sick?
The rock gnomes?
All right. I'm sorry. I can't stand the thought of any more civilians getting hurt. No more friends getting hurt.
We're right there with you, Ivan. But we need to stay focused and do what is necessary right now.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I wonder if Valil's
Okay.
any more convinced to redeem himself.
Rhyme, are you feeling all right? You ready to come?
I will go if necessary. She stands, but she's still kind of out of it.
Come on, let's go. He helps her up.
Yeah, Gustro walks over. I heard him. I heard everything. And you're right. I should probably come.
Papa, you gonna be comfortable with this?
I'm already uncomfortable with this. My life's work has been used to has been used to destroy an entire city. This is exactly what I was afraid of. And I took steps to make sure it doesn't happen, and it still.
Papa, we can't. I know from experience you can't always prepare for everything that's going to happen, but when a problem sprouts up, the most you could do is try and solve it, and that's what we're going to do now. I promise your work will not be in vain. No more harm will come to people if we have anything else to say about it. Please come with us.
Okay. All right. So.
Okay, there was something I wanted to do before we left, though.
What?
What?
That other dwarf that had come in with the air gnome.
Yes.
He recognized. Who is he?
I think I know who that is, but I don't know how to have it that Faye will figure out who that is. Dagnabbit. Never mind. I can't do that without. I can't do that without metagaming. Never mind.
Would Owen know exactly who that is?
Yes, he knows exactly who that is.
Yep.
Then Owen could inform Faither, and if she's curious about it.
All she has to do is say, "Hey, Owen, who is that?"
Who's that guy?
Owen.
Who dat?
The dwarf who brought in the air gnome. He looked at you with a great deal of familiarity.
I believe he was a friend a long, long time ago.
Owen has a friend.
Is he the wanted posters from so long ago? Is he?
Very likely, yes.
Jal looks at Faithburn. I think I have an idea where you're going, but I'm
That's
still a little confused.
That's Orgrim's son, isn't it?
I believe you are correct.
Whoa.
So much for the Zalen's theory.
Oh
But
boy.
Does he know his father is here?
His father seemed most intent on trying to recover.
It doesn't seem right to just not say anything.
Out of character, I wasn't sure whether this was the time to have that reintroduction, whether there was something much more.
There could be time.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I've gotten so used to just waiting until the story says it's okay for me to do something.
You're an active participant in this tale.
All right. We can introduce father and son, and I can talk about how my theory crafting had gone off the wrong trail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you weren't all the way. Okay.
You picked up on all the right hints, just wrong conclusion at the end.
Yeah. I don't
Close
know.
enough.
It just seemed like it would be the perfect rival for Owen. Someone from his long, long past.
I mean, it would, but I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
After we stop recording.
Yeah.
See, I thought the drow could have pulled a not the brave, you know?
Oh, we're all here. Quick
And-
transition.
And we're back in direct view.
Yep. Teleported.
Everybody's here.
All right. So, yes, it is the Directian Council Room. And yes, as Sazan, Ziadril, and Queen Nephthys and Cassian all look at you with varying expressions of horror, depression, and despair. But also a little bit of relief that you're all alive.
Barely.
After that fall, I hate heights.
Al, I believe this is your floor. I'm out of my element here.
Jalen takes a seat. Fairly certain you're all aware the drow now have Cumulus.
Yeah. I was about to ask you if you knew.
We were informed by the air gnomes.
Oh, so you found them.
Yep. Jalen turns around and points Guster Glorious to come forward.
Everyone, this is Gustro Galoris, the head elder of the Air Gnomes, and he has agreed to aid us in our time, in these times.
Of course. A willing whatever knowledge I can supply. I will endeavor to do my best to stop any violence.
Thank you, Papa.
I think priority one is getting Cumulus back.
Suzanne looks around. Wait,
Taco time.
where's Pointy Bits?
She's
Parlaying.
Go ahead.
She's currently issuing a parlay between her and the drow, giving us some time to re-strategize.
Yeah, everyone at the tables jaws drop, and then they just all like sink into themselves. Oh gosh.
I've sent Lucid with her. If anything happens, we will know right away.
We have a direct line to her, just so we know what's happening and when it's happening.
And if the worst had happened, we have a way of resurrecting.
To think, I thought this episode was gonna have good
So
things
what's going on
happening
now?
based on the title.
Jalen turns to Faye.
All right, so Faye Thurn, you see,
Oh, she's going to
you
need
see,
taco time.
Oh, okay. We gotta wait a second.
All right.
Hey, can I have my cat back, please?
Where'd
Kitty?
Jalen go?
Where did that go? That's weird.
Did you get left
Oh,
behind?
I think think you were maybe planning on having Tantamile go with Jaminia for some reason, so I don't know. Just didn't put
Okay,
it on the map.
so
I think that plan was vetoed.
Josh
Okay,
can,
so-
Josh can now. Okay, you can narrate.
yeah. So what happens is Phaethurin, she sees that Jaminia touches down on Chimelis, and then she sees all of these drow just pointing all of their weapons at him. And Ravis is also there, right next, and standing next to him is Sword.
Friggity frack.
And then you see Ravis give a small signal that everyone should stand down.
You got him back already.
And you can hear him whisper something to give me 1 second. I need to
If you're whispering something to me, just send it to me on Skype because I can't look
I
at
am.
what's funny right now. Cheers.
Yeah,
Send it to me on
yeah.
Skype.
I sent it to you on Skype.
Cheers.
This is tense.
Out of character, is this something that was this what he said to Sorn, or is this something that you want me to say to
Saying
Jaminia?
to Jaminia.
Not here. This is not the place for negotiations. There's a field down below.
Very well. I will meet you there shortly.
Of course, Majesty.
You see Jaminia leave. And as she flies down, she begins waiting. And then entering from the shadow
Oh boy.
is Sorn and Ravis.
All right, you for this one.
Yep.
I am pleased to see that you accept my offer.
I have my reasons.
Clench
He
City.
pulls out his sword and shield. Before we negotiate, I wish for a spar. Not to the death. Not yet, at least.
I accept. Jaminia points to Lucid and to move over to a tree, but she does not dismount Stark.
John whispers something. Oh, please don't be using the sword. I think you're going to be using.
Speaking of which, she draws her sword and shield, yes?
Yes, she draws her sword shield.
You will not dismount your Pegasus?
Starjay is my steed. He is an extension of myself as much as any sword, bow, or spellbook. Unless you wish for us to strip naked and wrestle in the mud like a pair of savages, I will not part from my companion.
Very well.
And Soren steps back. Immediately, Jaminia charges forward, trying to mow down Ravis. But Ravis sidesteps, and too late, Jaminia realizes that her charges left Starjay's flank exposed. But before Ravis can strike with his sword, however, Starjay suddenly lashes out with a powerful kick. Even with his shield blocking it in time, the blow knocks Ravis back a full meter. Pressing the advantage now, Jaminia kicks her heels and she and Starjay soar high into the sky, raising her sword to catch the light of the sun and sending it towards her bow, blinding her subterranean adversary. Like a comet, she dives toward him. She can see his eyes are closed to avoid the light, and her sword is ready to hit. Then he moves. Jaminia realizes with horror that the flat of his blade is coming straight for her head. She yanks hard on the rein, but the sword misses by millimeters, so close that she feels the wind brush her hair. Whirling Starjay around, she moves to keep him in sight. She's keeping him on the defensive now, but he's cunning. Definitely cunning. Right, it's just there.
Enough! I have had my fill. Now, let us Negotiate.
I don't like the way he said that.
Jimenia then dismounts Starjay.
I'll get right to it then. How can it take to end this war without bloodshed?
End the war without bloodshed. Complete and utter surrender to the Drow. An oath from you, all other Adlatastican monarchs, and even your heroes to swear on the sticks that none of you will ever try to rebel against my regime.
That's a steep price.
Non-negotiable.
These are negotiations. Things are by definition negotiable. Unless you came here in bad faith to insult the sacred tradition with your ignoble conduct, King Babas.
Out of character, Echo's getting really bad right now.
Yeah.
So, might need a quick adjustment.
Robot.
Alright.
Much better. Don't pretend your motives are pure. You're a politician. If I learned anything from serving the priestesses of Lolth, is that every action your ilk takes serves a dual purpose. Granted, I do not know what that would be, but that hardly matters. I'll accept nothing less than the total submission from the service world.
You wish for us to submit to you, to be in the same position as how the Drow were treated under Lolth. Is this the elaborate vengeance of a child, who wishes to spite the world to suffer as he had suffered?
You're either stupid or you insult me by pretending to be stupid. I have made my intentions quite clear through my words and actions. It is our destiny as the Drow to be the dominant race.
Funny. I don't remember Drow being the universe's chosen in the history books I read. By your logic, humans should be the universe's ultimate race, since they existed before time immemorial and cannot be defeated.
No, you're half right. They existed for an eternity, but they will all die by our hands.
Enough with the boasts, Ravis!
Ravis just gives her a deadpan stare.
Hold on, you're serious? How in the nine hells are you going to accomplish that when literal deities have tried for countless aeons and weren't successful?
Deities are not Drow. It is not their place to succeed, it is ours.
What? Do you listen to yourself? Every time, I think I cannot be more astounded by your arrogance. You prove me wrong. You actually believe you are superior to gods. Heavens, if you were consistent at all, you would eventually have to subjugate them. Oh.
It seems you stumbled upon an epiphany, Queen of Direction.
This is just the beginning, isn't it? Fighting, bloodshed, suffering. It won't end with our enslavement, will it? Once you are finished with Alatastica, you'll turn your gaze to the outer planes. The gods themselves are your conquest. This war of yours has never been just about the here and now. But this goes deeper than that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
This
he
isn't
needs to
just
go.
about ideals of supremacy.
Robin needs to go.
The way you talk about them, you have a vendetta.
And why wouldn't I? Every instance of Drow suffering can be traced back to a decision they made. Either Stray's betrayal of Lolth caused her to take her rage out on us. Coraline thought sending Lolth to the abyss was an effective solution. Lolth herself stole our very identities and used us as her playthings for aeons. And where do I even begin with Asmodeus? The creation of devils, the damnation of tieflings, the engine of suffering known as Bartor wouldn't exist if not for him. Plus, Asmodeus was the one who convinced Lolth to rebel against the Selduring in the first place. The worst of them all? Your god, Heronius. He was the one who created Asmodeus and gave him the mission to destroy demons as effectively as possible. So literally everything wrong with the multiverse, all of it can be traced back to him. The fact that you dedicated yourself to a creature like that, especially after he personally saw to the death of your father and created the monster who tortured you, is disgusting and mind-boggling. The gods are fools, and you are fools for following them. We, on the other hand, will no longer submit to their tyranny. We will not allow ourselves to be shackled by their whims. In time, it will be they who become our slaves. It will be we who are immortal as the heavens and hells themselves become our domain. It will no longer be the demons who are our end. It will be the drow. And our numbers will darken the lands of every world.
Did someone know about this? Does Valil know about this? Does anybody know?
Maybe I was wrong about it.
How many of the drow know about this?
Am I finally getting through?
Yes. I was wrong. I was wrong. You're not arrogant. You're insane! I cannot fathom how you actually believe yourself to be better than the gods. How you believe your decisions to be the right and perfect ones in spite of all the suffering you've caused. How you can claim yourself to be better than the gods you hate that justify producing the exact same suffering. How you can possibly believe that causing more and more of it to us, the gods, and even your own people is a good thing.
And there you reveal your own arrogance. You assume that we will lose and the losses will be costly. I'd be angry, but then again, you will not be the first arrogant queen I've brought down.
Neither will you.
Huge. Sorry, huge. But I see the subtext behind that jab. The difference between you and I is, I'm right.
I'm right, just because. Spoken like a true zealot, or lunatic.
Insults and name-calling. At this point, I feel like trying to convince you of anything is an exercise of futility and move to conclude this Deus Ferodes. Out of character, I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Very well. I'm unsurprised, but saddened nonetheless that we could come to.
In a way, I suppose I feel the same. He shakes a hand. I must confess, though, I'm surprised you didn't take this opportunity to ambush me and kill me. If you wanted a way to win the war, that might have been your safest bet so far.
Dominia moves over to Starjay. That's another thing we seem to share, Robus. You and I both may be deceitful, but neither of us would ever break a promise.
I suppose. Until we meet again on the field of battle.
Likewise. Again, Starjay.
Faye is like on her knees, just in absolute shock of what she heard out of Robus.
He's well and truly and undeniably insane.
I had hoped that there would be a chance we could get through to him. That we could make him see the atrocities.
You have to go bye-bye.
Committed. There's nothing.
Everybody looks at Quick Strike.
Nothing there. He's a madman.
The only thing there is spite, vengeance, hatred, and egocentrism.
Honestly, everything
There's no getting through to him. at this
Robus's
point.
last, like,
He's
oh,
far
and petty
past
insults.
discussion.
Like, excuse you, you're one to talk.
Faye stands up and looks at Jalarum. What do we do?
Jalum takes a seat, looks at the map. We prepare to defend ourselves. Jalum quick turns to Seattle. Before I forget, do you know if Kylam went off to long the war or came back?
I'm still in contact with them. It's been difficult.
It's been what?
Difficult.
It's been difficult because there are. I don't realize I fully explained how his power works. Basically, he can appear as if he's just another person, or like another bit of furniture just by standing. Your eyes literally gloss over him until he interacts with someone.
I see.
You literally gave him a Doctor Who perception filter.
Oh my god, he did!
Oh my gosh, I did!
Exterminate.
Well, and also to be fair, the character model does look a lot like David Tennant.
Son of the
What's the
world's
logic?
oldest
What are you doing?
profession!
My subconscious.
Did you not realize you did that?
No!
I did it!
Neither one of us picked up on it, and we're both Doctor Who fans. Granted,
I think it was subconscious.
That's what
Granted, I got
I said.
into Doctor Who after that character was introduced, so yeah, but still.
Jarl then sits back in the chair. And I guess it was just a fool's hope that my plan would have worked. Taking away their bargaining chip.
Not necessarily, as long as he's quiet and does what he normally does. He is our infiltrator, usually. It's just he has to be careful, but he always is. It's our line of work. I can't tell you how long that... Some marks I've been able to go to a party and slip some poison in. Some marks I've had to stay undercover for 3 months. It takes time. The reason it's difficult is because he has to, quote-unquote, interact with something in order for him to send updates to Ziadril. Normally, he can just walk around and be fine. Or stay still if he needs to.
That's why I usually sent him on reconnaissance.
Exactly. He's recon and infiltration. It just takes him time.
Let's see.
So taking away their bargaining chip may not have, your plan is sound, and I'm sure he's doing his absolute best to see it through to fruition, because you all don't know him very well, but he is very dedicated to this cause. He just
Has a funny way of showing it.
he's a prankster. It's his way.
Yes, I guess
On that note, you hear a horse land on the balcony.
Jaminia.
We heard what happened.
Jaminia just kind of leans against the wall. That is the most obstinate, fanatical, infuriating person I've ever had the misfortune to meet. How did all of you ever put up with that ad?
Making a lot of assumptions here.
It's great if Owen actually said that.
That was perfect.
If Owen actually said that.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Even better, it was said by the one person.
Best moment goes to Doc.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect.
Funniest moment.
Even better, it was said by the one person who very explicitly did not put up with robbers.
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
Brian goes, I've only heard of him through reputation, never had to deal with him. I'm very glad I didn't.
I'm not a fan of him.
Owen.
Jem, remind me to sometime to show you my journal. Jem, remind me sometime to show you my journal writings about that man. In any case,
Actually, that raises an interesting question. How did the child that I saw you with handle him?
He didn't. Not very well, anyway.
I kind of want to see that.
So,
Yeah, so Demetia just kind of slumps against the wall and just kind of sits down. That was one of the most terrifying things I've ever done.
I'm just glad that you came back safe. But all of that his arrogance reaches such an extreme that he thinks himself up. I mean, we already knew he resented the gods, but I didn't know that I didn't know how deep it went.
How many drowned know about this?
When you put yourself on the top of the world, there's no other place you can go but up, which is where the gods were. So, Ravis thinks he deserves to go even higher than that, when honestly he doesn't even deserve to stand on the earth with us.
To be fair, though, he didn't. Okay. Playing a horrible person's advocate, he did have a point in that in his experience with the gods, they have treated him and his people like nothing but garbage. However, saying that you yourself are better than the gods, no.
No.
that was... Jal looks at his book now. Karsus's Folly.
And you...
Go. He's not... Is he still in contact with Big Red?
I assume, I mean, he did say his name out loud. Or...
With his disdain for the gods, I would not be surprised if he simply did not care.
He probably said his name without a single iota of fear like we used to. He doesn't fear Big Red.
If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if Osmodeus knows everything Ravis is doing.
Amber!
Relax. He probably knows we're talking about him.
Yeah, you
Well,
guys
I
already
mean-
said his name, so...
No,
yeah.
we didn't. No, we
did.
actually didn't.
I'm pretty sure I heard it.
Nope.
No, I almost did, but I stopped myself and said Big Red instead.
The thing is, he did come to visit.
Oh, you, right.
So it's reasonable to assume he might be watching us of his own volition.
Right.
Besides, Ryan pulls out her ring, which she still has not put on, but it's still in her front pocket. I have something of his anyways.
Maybe, well, actually, maybe he doesn't want you to cast the Avatar, but more likely prevent him from Ravis and his sect from casting his Karsus's Folly. He can't do it himself.
The problem is, Asmodeus, he's the one who has been gathering after what he had Amber do, he had access to one of the ingredients for the ritual. And Amael, you gathered a vial of the Tarask's blood.
And I have the ability to have the concentration of a pit fiend. With this.
The only thing missing is the Hydra's bile, and I can't assume that wouldn't be simple for him to acquire.
Also
Would
the Order
get
of
it-
Demon Lord.
It is Asmodeus. We saw him slaughter 6 Balors in one swing.
Ryan's breath hitches at that because she knows what event you are talking about.
Excuse me.
Basically, we are only half of the ingredients in. If he wants us to cast it, he'll hand us them.
Yeah.
If he wants us to stop it, well, that was our plan anyways.
Either
Jiminy
way, we're
stands up.
stuck. Either way, we're stuck between a rock and a hot place.
Well,
Mhm.
Jiminy moves over to the table next to Jalarum. I did my part so far. I bought us some time. We need to get everyone immobilized.
Right.
Everyone, tomorrow, we go to war. And that is the end of the chapter.
All right. Also, I see 2 blinds. I just noticed.
What?
I don't. Where am I?
Oh wait, no, I only see one.
Oh, okay. I'm over here and over here.
Oh, I see.
Oh!
Oh,
She's up
Oh,
there,
Brian.
over there, and up there.
oh, there we go. Yeah, it's
Have fun, Jutsu.
so yeah, pure roleplay session. But how'd you guys think?
Very
Play the
good.
game is over.
Oh, yeah. That was
Nailed-
freaking funny.
Okay, well, actually,
nailed that delivery.
okay. So, second, tied for first place with the proposal. How about that?
I
Yeah.
think the proposal was a much nicer, more memorable moment. It was truly.
It was
That
it was
song was so cute.
That's play of the
I-
season. How about that?
I
That's
still want.
emotional.
I still want to listen to that song. I didn't get to hear it.
Me too.
If you
Hey,
want,
I'm up-
I'll post the file in the chat if everybody wants to hear it.
Yes, that was so cute. And Finn, you still have a really good singing voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the proposal was the best emotional moment. Owens was the best funny moment.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
still.
I
Savage.
can't wait to rewatch all of this.
So, thoughts on the cavalcade of plot twists?
Nice.
Now my soul.
I mean,
My
I
home is
had-
so dark. My home is a Death Star. I don't like that.
I
easy,
said
eh?
that a long time ago. You should have seen this coming.
I can't wait to put that in interesting quotes.
Sad, though.
I didn't want to say it.
My
but
home
it
was a Death
happened.
Star. I don't like
And
that.
I had a feeling about Rapmus's hate for the gods went a lot deeper, but I didn't want to make the overall assumption. I'm like, nah, there's no way. Okay, I was right.
Okay then.
That's kind of been if you think about it, that's kind of been Rabus's thing for, like, ever since you met him. Okay, I know he's kind of an X, but he's not going to go full on Y. Oh my god, he just went full on Y. Well, I mean, he's not going to go full on, oh my god, he just went full on Y again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's like, again, even with
I'm
season...
just being
Sorry.
sorry. I'm just being really cheeky with. I think I'm being really cheeky with the music choice right here.
Yeah, it's
I
kind
can
of.
hear it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty Star Wars.
We're in the
Well,
end game now.
You don't know what this is, do you?
If it's after the original trilogy and the timeline of Star Wars, then I don't know.
Is
No,
the Empire
this is
Strikes Back
before
credits music or something?
No, this is
Hmm?
before Star Wars. This is Mars, the bringer of war. Gustav Holst.
Oh.
I don't know what the heck that
classical
is.
music. It's classical music, but it was also music that George Lucas, someone his,
Williams.
yeah,
I
John
mean,
Williams.
I don't know.
Yeah, John
adapted
Williams
for
was
the Star Wars
highly
soundtrack.
inspired. John Williams was highly inspired by, by Gustav Holst. It's like, and a lot of people, it's like any space soundtrack is inspired by Gustav Holst. It's like after the session, just listen to Jupiter and listen to Mars, and you will hear so much Star Wars and Star Trek in those. You're gonna be shocked.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Well,
this is
sorry.
so much is going on here. Like, oh.
And now the last session is gonna be the. How long is the next session gonna be?
Technically, yeah.
Hmm?
Oh wait, we're still. Oh right, we've changed from session to chapter. So I was going to say technically we're still in the same session. Oh right, we've changed the name from session to chapter.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still on the penultimate chapter, and then we've got one
Oh wait,
after
we
that.
didn't go back. We didn't go back for Ember's Amulet.
Wait, what?
Oh,
the
we
amulet.
didn't go get Amber's amulet.
Wait. Maybe when we were having that discussion, maybe the Earth gnomes overheard us, and maybe when they come to help us, if they do come to help us, they'll bring it for you.
Or Grim. I mean, he's there.
It's true.
Or maybe after everything's said and done, y'all could go for it.
Or maybe Cruel has it, and it's even more reason for her to beat the snot out of him.
Aww. That would be such a cruel gesture.
Stop!
I was hoping you wouldn't. I like puns, but I was hoping you wouldn't.
Anyways.
So, any other comments?
Josh, you free for debriefing after this?
Unfortunately, no. I got some chores I gotta do.
All right, after your chores.
But then, yeah, after the chores, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and Josh, thank you for helping me make the moment special.
Yes, I tried to get in I know you sent me everything. You sent me a lot of things, and I tried to get everything I could in there.
Yeah. And I think you did a great job. Everything, great emotional pre-chorus before the final battle. And everything.
I'm still really proud of that picture.
It's a beautiful
And
picture.
I do apologize. I do apologize for interjecting, Drew, and I honestly thought that the moment had passed and everyone was in the okay, now we're just casually chatting mode. Because again, I couldn't hear the music, so I couldn't pick it up on the mood.
No one's mad. It's okay.
Shocky.
But still, apologies, honestly.
Isn't technology wonderful?
And on that note, I think we can end.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic work as always, Josh. Even especially with the setbacks we're facing.
2 minutes left of the episode.
Yes!
7 minutes until I have to get ready to go to work.
Forward to, I have no doubt of that. Goodness.
Yep.
I'm gonna just take one brief moment to say that after a 14-hour chapter, it was very nice to have a 4-hour chapter.
Yep.
Oh no, this is still the same chapter. This is still the next chapter. So we're not ending the chapter. We're just having to end a session here.
Oh, well, it's still way shorter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so far.
are we outro?
Is this the end of is this the end of the session or the end of the chapter, honey? Because I thought you said chapter.
I'm gonna have to discuss it because this ending. It's like I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I want to organize it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I know what I want to happen. I'm just not entirely sure how I want it to be organized. And yeah.
All right. Well,
Tentative end of session.
yes.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, I think we
Well,
are.
For now, it's the end of a
ready to,
session.
Close out, Doc.
Yes. I'd very much like to hear from the fans what their most favorite moments were, especially given how many of them have been looking forward to that proposal for I don't know how many months.
Yeah. Yeah.
But until next time,
Yeah.
And we'll be hearing from them, by my calculations, sometime in the next 2 years, given the upload schedule.
Probably actually around my anniversary.
that's perfect. All right.
Actually, with this.
Oh, if that actually happens, that would be amazing.
Let us
Well,
close out. But
very close to
Until
a
next time,
anniversary
everyone.
for them, but not the wedding anniversary. If I recall the Twitter post correctly. But anyway. Oh my gosh, Rob is crazy. So yeah. Jal had the right idea, signing that execution order. Oh boy, how is this gonna go? Why did they have to get the diamond? Why did they have to get Humelis? This is not good. I really don't know how they're gonna do this. I mean, Voice probably had some time between sessions to come up with something better. Oh boy. But, well, that's it. Can't wait for next week. I am Yoshi 64, and I can no longer speak, apparently. See ya.